Good morning.
Hello everybody, good
We've
morning.
just spent a lovely hour with the fairies in the woodland.
I brought them with us.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, I brought some with us.
Oh, they'll be happy about that because they wanted to spend all day with us, so they'll be happy about that.
I thought one could go in your pocket
It could, yeah, well everything else is in my pockets.
Mine too.
I'm so glad we've got pockets in the pennies. I wouldn't know what to do without it. We also have another show of that at 6 o'clock tonight. And then we have an extra hour today, which will simulcast between liveshopping.vip and Highlight Crafts, which is super exciting, isn't it? It's all starting to move forward a little bit more now. Right, good morning to you all. Welcome to Live Shopping here at Highlight Crafts. If you're on your painting journey with Stephanie, we have got a deal and a half for you here. So first of all, let me do the housekeeping. Let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. So you can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have been allocated a code. And all you need to do to shop that product is type shop and then the code into the comments underneath the video. So you don't have to go away to shop, to miss the demos, to then come back and try and catch up. You literally shop while you watch. You'll then get a direct message to your inbox that will say thank you for your order, and in that message there is a link. You're going to click that link and that will take you to the website where you can log into your account and then check out your basket. And by logging in, you will get your extra club discount, your loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35, we don't ask you to pay postage, which is amazing, right? You can also shop directly on our website. So just click on the Watch Live and all the items in that show will appear down the right-hand side of your screen. You select the ones that you wish to add to a basket and then they'll appear at the top in a little red shopping bag. Click on that bag. That will take you through the login and checkout process. Now you can also shop ahead. And I think a lot of you have been shopping ahead from the comments that have been coming in. Go to highlightcrafts.com. There's a banner on there that says shop today's deals. Click on that and it will open all the deals up from every single show. But let's start with the deal, shall we?
Well,
what are you doing?
You're
definitely doing a thing.
So everybody is now starting to use multiple brushes, and you're getting used to having one in your hand and painting with your right hand or your left hand, whichever way you work. And we're also now, because of the quality of the brushes, starting to use them for other stuff as well. So that means that we all need more, and we need to bring you the best value we can. So what we have done is, if you buy one set of brushes, you'll get another full set free. So that means you are going to get 40 brushes for £24.99. Now that is crazy. So you're going to get from a number 20 to a number 2 in the flat brushes, and a number 20 to a number 2 in the round brushes, but you're going to get that twice.
That's amazing.
So 40 brushes for £24.99. Lewis, can you work out how much that is a brush? Because I did work it out and I can't remember. It's just absolutely crazy.
That's 63 pence.
63 pence for a brush. Now, even the naff ones that you get that are not, well, they're proper. You try and pull the bristles together. They don't, they're like that. They really are. They're all over the place. Try and pull those together. You cannot do that. At that price, that is a crazy deal.
That is crazy.
So guys, shop brush. Please don't miss out on it. It is the best deal that we've ever bought you. And I've been checking because we had a thing about it. We had a meeting yesterday about making sure we choose the right words, which we're going to make a real effort to do that. But buy one, get one free. I mean,
crazy.
I'm
Shop
a bit
brush,
excited.
£24.99 will get you both.
Sets.
That's amazing. So it could be that you use one for your acrylics, one for your watercolours, one
Yep.
for your oils, but whatever you do, if you're on that painting journey with Stephanie, and do you know what the best bit is? You know, sometimes when you cut the hair,
Yep.
and you make a stipple brush,
Yep.
you're not going to bother now. You're not going to bother about cutting into that. It's not going to bug you because you've got loads, 40 brand new paintbrushes arriving. That's exciting,
It
isn't
is going to be really exciting to look at it. And so what we've done is we've got a deal there. We've got deals down the counter. I'm just going to show you this deal, and then I'm going to get a demo ready, because I've brought the fairies in with me, because joking apart, I want to show you how to put the fairy in a flower. I thought that would be a really good one. So you're going to get all sets of these, all of these cheat sheets. You're going to get all of them for £12.99. What are you
Mitch Walker says, oh, say it how it is, Stephanie, lol. And then Julie Waller says, get off the fence, Stephanie. Tell them the way it is.
Well, it is. They're naff, aren't they? Some of them just don't work.
£15.
This?
Yeah.
For all
50.
three.
For all three?
Yeah,
Well,
shop
that's,
sheet.
that's
Careful.
brilliant. Right, shop
Yeah, careful.
sheet.
Sheet.
Can you remember I once got myself into a right load of trouble. I'll tell you this story.
Go on then.
I don't, you'll have to work out what the word was, okay? But begins with, it's 4 letters, and it begins with an S and ends with a T. So I said, this kit, I get excited about the product, because I just do. You should hear me at home, hopping and hollering. I'm like, Carl, come and see what I've done. It gets there. He goes, what's happened? I go, look what I've made. He goes, oh, yeah, okay. I thought something had happened. I said, it has, look. So anyway, I'm on Create and Craft, and I'm making, I might have been on Idea World, actually. But I was doing this thing, and I'm saying, so this kit's amazing. You are going to get, do you know what I did? You are going to get 86 of these SHITSs delivered through your letterbox. I meant to say sheets. I meant to say 86 sheets delivered through your letterbox. I didn't. And it was as clear as day.
Oh, gosh.
I was like, oh dear.
Oh, good
and then
grief.
they started typing in the emails, will you deliver the toilet paper as well? That was bad.
That's funny. Becky
right.
Finity says these brushes are some of the best I've ever owned. So at that price, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
There you go.
So cheat sheets, guys. So you're going to get all of these. Look, you can see all of these actually. So the idea is they're meant to be faded, because we're going to paint over them, so you can't tell that you've actually not painted the design. So you've got one up here to remind you, so you can see what the colours are, but then you're going to paint over the image at the bottom, and you are going to get all of these. So that's your first collection. You're going to get all of this set. Our lovely Sam's keeping me organised.
She is.
You've got the white poppies in there as well. You've got, I can't remember what that one is called.
It says at the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, but I can't. No, it says,
Yeah,
bluebells. And jasmines, you're going to get all of those. And then you're also going to get all of these. So you've got your apple blossom, which is beautiful. You're going to get your agrostima, that's it. Then you're also going to get your carnations. You're going to get they're all wobbly all over the place. You're going to get your daisies. You're going to get your roses. And you're also going to get your cotton. You're getting all of those, actually, all of the lot, every single one of them, shop sheet.
£15.
£15. Right, I'm going to get a demo ready.
Okay, you're going to get your demo ready. That was a close call. Clock is usually a good one as well to get wrong.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of these things are stories we could tell. I think when we retire, if we ever retire,
we need to write a book.
Write a book.
Can
Behind the scenes.
Mel, can I just show everybody this?
Sorry, yes, you can, because I need a quick drink.
I need to just share with you. Look at those roses, and look at our fairy.
Oh, look.
How? Oh my goodness me! I knew it would look good.
That's how you take the fairies and make a grown-up card with it, isn't it?
Yes, but
I love that.
Look at
I'm
going to have her sitting on that leaf.
Look at that, and the metal flake in the back. I mean, that's beautiful, Stephanie.
Well, that's what we're going to be doing.
Is that what we're doing in this hour?
Yes, so I've actually taken our metallic leaf and made some metal leaf canvases.
Brilliant.
And the way that we do it is super, super easy. It literally is a construction acetate and a whole sheet of that metal leaf on top of it. And it just, look at it,
beautiful.
looks fab, doesn't it?
Yeah. I love the texture around the edge as well that it gives.
Well,
it's lovely,
I
isn't
scruffed it.
Yeah, I love
I've
it.
just scruffed it up a little bit to make it a bit more. But I think she's going to look beautiful.
She is, absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the rice paper. So the pure print rice paper is in stock for you. It is shop rice. You get 20 sheets for $12.99. Now you can paint on the rice paper, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Paint your own. Love that. Right, paint next. Now then, we've got a cracking deal for you. You're going to get 5 70mm Cadence hybrid acrylics. And you're going to get the plum, the clover green, you're going to get the white, the yellow, and the fuchsia. Now, all 5 of those, $19.99 shop paint.
So that's my choice of colours for our painting club. And by the way, guys, that your club, your painting club will come out to you this morning. And with the sheets, and I've painted on white for you, and I've traced the patterns, and I've done you 2 tracings because I've done you the outline of where to start with the leaves and then the complete composition. You'll need to refer back to a couple of the other lessons for things like your leaves because we're just repeating those. But I also painted you another little flower in there as well because we were a bit late with it this month. So I did you an extra one.
Nice.
So, yeah, so you've got those and they'll be with you today. So that's great.
So grab your paint, shop paint, $19.99 for 5 of these. We have a question. Wendy Corbett, the cheat sheets, do you need MCS plus? They would be cool to work with pencils for no line colouring for when travelling.
No, you don't need MCS.
No.
It is literally click and print as a download, and that's all it does. And do you know what? That's a brilliant idea, Wendy, because you've got everything that you need here. In fact, I don't know, Lewis, whether it's possible for us to ask somebody to just bring me a set of pencils, any pencils that we've got, or just so that I can just share with you what it looks like when you actually put some of that colour on.
Right.
But the idea is that you're going to take your cheat sheet. So this is one I've just put a couple of leaves in, petals in. So I'm looking at my colours up here, and then I'm literally painting on top. So if you miss a bit or whatever, because you've got this glow of colour behind it, it doesn't matter. It looks like it was meant to be like that.
Yeah.
It's a proper, this is a best, I wish I'd thought of it earlier because it's the best way of cheating. And if I show you with the pencils, just so you can see this, you can see, look, how you can literally, if I just put a little bit of colour in, and then I'm just going to very gently, you can literally be colouring, and it is, and that outline edge just gives you the detail, and you've got all the shading that you need. So but the shape's there, so you're not having to think about the shape that you've got. You've just got it there. And let's find a green. It's got this green here. So I'm literally, as you can see, so
This is a good way of learning light and shade as well, isn't it?
well, it is, but also it's a good way of getting used to the shape and the composition of something, because it's often shape and composition that lets us down. So with using these like this, and you can see, look, all I'm doing is literally, but it doesn't look like if I just go back with my pencil and I just put that little bit of detail in.
Nice.
You can see how you literally are getting that colour in where it's needed. And then, are these my, oh yeah, they are, look at them. But I'm just going to get a little bit of water.
Okay.
And this is why, you know what, guys, get your pens, get your brushes.
Absolutely.
Because look at this now.
Yeah, these are really
that
busy.
I'm now adding in. So I'm just going to take this and take out some of that colour But that brush, look at it. It's brilliant. It's letting me get right into there. And I've saved that one for my greens. So I keep that one with a green tip on it. Oops, there. And get a clean one. Just put a pencil there. Well, a clean one for the reds. And look at how you can really, a tiniest little bit of water, and I'm just pulling that colour in. But the brush is so fine, and the tip of that brush, look at it, it's super fine. And that's not even the smallest size. This is your smaller size. Look at it.
They're fabulous, aren't they? Right, so Shop Brush is going to get you 2 sets of the Painting Perfection brushes. You're paying for one, you're not paying for the second one. Shop Brush, $24.99. Right, construction acetate. This is what Stephanie's used behind the metal leaf to create those beautiful roses that you saw the little fairy sat on a few minutes ago. This will cut on your Scan and Cut. Okay, it will cut it a few times and you might need to just pop it out a little bit, but it will cut on there. And this is also brilliant if you want to make those cards that look like the freestanding without an actual card blank behind them. This is the construction acetate that we use. It's a fabulous product. Shop Construction, you're going to get 10 sheets for $11.99. Absolutely should have that in your stash because it's a brilliant product and it's a really heavyweight acetate as well, which is great. Right, next one. This is another one that you need if you're on your painting journey. Shop Artist is going to get you 40 sheets that are 9 inches by 12 inches, and this is your palette paper. So this is a clean and tidy way of clearing up after you've been painting. Normally we do them in an A5 size or an A6, isn't it? A6.
Yep.
This is the Big Daddy. So if you love your painting, this is a great way because you can cut it down to smaller pieces, 9 inch by 12, so it's even bigger than A4, which is fabulous. And it's Shop Artist, it's $9.99. That's a crazy deal, isn't it? $9.99. Lewis, can I just ask, the word apricot, is that the code for spin the wheel?
It is.
Oh, can you type apricot in for me, please? Then you can win. I was like, it's a random word on the board. I wonder if that's relevant. Of course it's relevant, Melanie. Right, white next. White transfer sheet. So if you're working on dark colours and you want to trace something out, this is your white transfer sheet. You get 4 of them in the packet. They're 9 inches by 13 inches. And they are fabulous to use on dark colours. So if you're not confident with your paint, with your drawing, you outline, so you trace the outline with that white paper onto dark card, then you can see the shape. It's a brilliant product. It's from Roland Langnickel as well, so it's an artist quality brand, so you know that you're buying something that's really, really top of the tree. Shop White, $5.99. Now if you want to work onto lighter cardstock, you need the grey. Shop Grey, same size, same quantity, same price, $5.99. Now, this is a product that Stephanie tells me she could not live without when she's doing a painting. This basin is fabulous. Again, it's from Royal and Langnickel, so you're getting that artist brand. You've got the little handle at the top that you can take off or put on, depending on what you're doing with it. You've got your paintbrushes, holds all the way around the outside edge. You've got somewhere there to lean your paintbrushes on. So if you've finished with that colour and you're popping it into water, you've got somewhere for your brushes to go in there. But you've got like this cattle grid, I call it, like a cattle grid at the bottom, which means that you can really get all the paint out of your brushes. So it's not just for water, it's also for cleaning your brushes, because you don't want to be spending your money on brushes and then not cleaning them properly, because they're not going to last you as long as they should. And while we've got the brushes on a buy one get one free, stock up on them, because there's no better feeling than having loads of brushes, because then you're not thinking, oh, I've got to wash that one and dry that one. Right, we have a question on the iPad for you, Stephanie. What are the pencils, says Karen, because she wants to buy some.
These ones are the Derwent Intense colour.
Inktense, yeah.
Inktense. I'm not sure that we have got any in stock.
We've got watercolour pencils.
But we have got watercolour pencils. This just happened to be the ones that were on the table. I would say the watercolour pencils that we've got are a really good price. Those are really strong colour, but this is a thing, and they're brilliant. but you need to be able to control the colour, because look at how much colour I've got here. It's a lot, because you pick up a little bit and it has, it's very intense.
Well, that's the
which is the object of the thing. So if you're new to watercolouring, I would say go with something that isn't as strong as this, because it's easier to blend.
What about the water brushes, the coloured ones that we had on the other day?
They would be brilliant for this.
Those that had that slight sparkle in there.
They would be really good.
Well, will we find those on the website? They won't be under a brand, will they?
No, but if you go to... they'll be under all the paint and colouring stuff. Right. If you put brush marker in, I'm sure they will come up.
Watercolour brush pens, and there's a great deal on them at the moment as well. Right, so now then we have got our pigment and gel bundle. So these are all white. You're going to get this is for your chalk marker board, also for your windows, your mirrors and your ceramics. It's got a 2mm bullet nib on this one, and you're getting 2 of those. Then you're also going to get 2 of these, the Posterman, love that, Zig. So these are Zig Kuretake. These are Japanese ink, guys. You won't get better than that. You've then got a 6mm broad chisel nib in there. Remember, they're all white. And then you're going to get 2 of the white gel pens. Absolutely, you can't beat Zig. Honestly, the quality of their pens, the quality of Japanese ink is extraordinary. Shop pen, $12.99 is going to get you all 6 of those before your discount. That is a deal and a half. I've paid $7.99 for one of those before now, just so that you know. Seriously, really good quality and a great price. Right, shop copper next. If you would like 100 14cm square sheets of copper leaf, the care and attention on this product is extraordinary. Between each sheet there is a piece of tissue paper. You could use that tissue paper as well, couldn't you? So Shop Copper will get you 100 sheets for $24.99. Now we've got the tacky glue pens back in stock. Thank goodness for that. These are the best pens I have ever used in 38 years of doing something creative. And I just want to show you this. The nib has a little bit of bounce in it. So you can start to see now, I'll tell you what this would be good for, Stephanie, putting glitter on your fairies. Well, you can do all the little bits of sparkle. Look at that.
It's also really good for going over your hybrid acrylic, which I'm going to do for you.
But look at the flow. So it creates a capillary reaction, so it pulls that glue down. I mean, you don't get better than that. That is phenomenal. Now you're going to get 3 of these for $9.99. They are superb. Please don't miss out on these. Also, if you haven't got a light board and you want to do spot foiling, these are going to be good for that as well, because you can literally follow the lines on your die cut with your glue, let it go clear, and then put your foil over the top. It's cool, isn't it? So if you want those, shop pen. Shop pen, 3 of them for $9.99. Now then, this makes my heart sing. I love this. These are your mop brushes. So these come with the roll as well. I don't think I've got a label for this. Lewis, Shop roll. How much is it, Lewis, please? $24.99. Right, in here you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the mop brushes, which is what you use to apply your gold leaf, but also lots of other techniques as well. You're also going to get your flat brush. This is the one that David recommends for the crackle glazes, because it's super soft, but it's also flat. I could do that all day. And then you're also going to get 2 of these detailing brushes. Look how fine that point is there. I mean, that's like a hair's breadth. Absolutely super, super, super fine. So you're getting all of that in the roll. Over there as well, and then it all rolls up and ties. If you want the leaf bundle, where you're getting 100 sheets of gold, 100 sheets of silver, 100 sheets of rose gold, and then you get 2 sheets of each of the 8cm ones, 12 colours, 2 of each. If you want your mop brushes in here, wow, that's a whopper, Stephanie. Look at that.
I know, it's great for doing really good big projects.
Wow.
Especially some of David's.
Yeah, brilliant. So you're getting those included, and you're also going to get 10 of the fine detail brushes in there as well. Now we've got a deal on this at the moment. You've got £23.95 saving, and it's shop leaf £34.99. Right, Stephanie.
Right,
Have you just literally painted that now while I've been talking?
No, I've already done it. It was my prep. So because this is,
I was going to say, blinking out, that was quick.
But I need to. So I've painted.
Yep.
I've painted this one, and I've done it there for you, ready.
Beautiful is that.
So all I'm doing is I'm just taking this glue pen, and I'm just going to put this on because it was going to take a minute or two to go tacky.
Yep.
So you can see it, but I want you to be able to just see how this is going to work and how fabulous it looks, because this will really bring this to life. So look you can see that gloss, can't you? You can see that finish. So I'm just going to put this to one side so that can go, just get its tack and dry a little bit.
Sarah Jane Kennedy says,
and then
my steam jumped a bit again when Stephanie was saying where they find the pencils. I think she means a screen.
Oh, her screen.
A screen. So can you just recap where you just type in the search bar on Highlight Crafts, watercolour brush markers.
Yeah.
And they'll come up, and there's different ones. The ones that we did the big set last week, didn't we? But we did another set where what were they called? They were in like a black box, and they had like different coloured squares on the top. So try and find those, because they had a little bit of shimmer inside them. Right, I have a question, Pat Dyson. I'm not sure if I missed this morning. Is it watercolour paper you printed on?
No. Just ordinary. Just it's our 240 pure print. Nothing special. I'm not using anything special with my acrylics.
Hannah's put a link in the comments.
Ah, brilliant. Thank you, Hannah. Could I please borrow your rose sheet? Because I just thought of something else I need to show you. So I've printed mine. These are printed on our 240. This is on copier paper. Okay, if you're going to do the technique that I'm about to do, you need it on copier paper. This is too thick. But if you want to paint directly onto them, like I've done here, you're going to do that using a heavier weight card, because that is my card front. That's my card front. And I've left this one unpainted, and I've left a little bit there, look. There's little bits on these petals. There's a little bit up the top of those petals there where I've missed it. You cannot tell. It actually looks like it's meant to be like that. Yeah, so that's what I love. Right, so I've got all my tiles ready. I'm super excited about this, because what my idea is to do 4 of them. So I'll have 4 pieces, all framed together. So we're going to do it like this, 4 as a story.
Wow.
And we'll put all 4 of them together. And I'm absolutely loving the little fairies on there.
Me too.
But 4 different compositions using that same flower. So you can see there. Right.
Can I ask what glue you used to add the metal leaf on? Was it Mixion?
Mixion, yes. So just a Mixion onto a piece of acetate, the construction acetate, so it's super strong and it won't flex. And also the other thing is, because it is this strength, what I'm about to do isn't going to affect it. It's not going to, it's going to mark it, but it's going to mark it the way we want it to.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to be using Mel's, the one that the photocopied image. And I'm now going to take...
Becky Finity's really happy. Oops, I've jumped it up into Elite in the club. I bought that much this morning.
Oh.
Becky, I love that. How exciting is that?
Right, so I'm now going to put this flower over the top. So one of the things that you can do before you put your acetate, your gold leaf on, take your piece of construction acetate, look at where the flower is, and then you can just mark it like this. So you'll be seeing the flower through.
Yeah.
So you can mark it so that you know that when you put that like that, it's in the right place.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to put a piece of white. This is our transfer paper. shiny side down. Now look, this has got scribbles on it. It's got loads of bits that I've already worked with. Doesn't matter. That goes shiny side down. That's it, perfect. Then we're going to take this. I'm just going to feel the edges of my thing so that I'm happy with the position of that, which I am. And I'm now going to trace it. And you need to have a sharp, either a tool, as something like a small embossing tool, something that is quite, you don't want it a soft nib, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That's the word. So you need this nice, strong nib. So we're going to go here. I love the fact that we can do this. It makes it so easy for us to do good design.
And is this your white?
Yes,
Transfer
it is the white
paper.
transfer, guys. The white's brilliant. You need both colours in your stash, but start collecting it. It's a one-off purchase.
Yeah.
Because really, once you've got it, you're not going to need to buy it again for years.
Okay, Shop White will get you the white ones. You're getting 4 9 by 13 inch white transfer sheets for $5.99. Shop Grey will get you the graphite one, which you use on your lighter colours.
And the reason that I like graphite is because it looks like pencil.
Yes, it does.
So if you are going to miss a bit, you want it to look like pencil. Now, I've got a white.
Wow.
If I get that angle from here, Sam, I can see it white. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it there.
There. So there you go. I've got it on there ready to work with.
Brilliant.
So that's ready. Now, there's a few things that we could do. We could use this like a scraper board. Now, I'm going to show you that technique. I know I only worked it out like this morning. So the way it would have to work is you would have to put a different colour on the back. So you would put your metal leaf on both sides of this. And then with your tool, you would do this. So you would see the colour. So instead of seeing the black through, you would see the colour of the other foil underneath. Look.
Okay, so I have a question.
So if I put that bit of pink under there, look.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's clever.
And you can only do this. So I've got to practice this, guys, because I've only thought of it this morning.
Could you do it if you... Right, so I have a question, because my brain's gone in a completely different direction. If you put black hybrid or black gesso over the top and then scratch that back...
It won't work.
It won't work.
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
I tried that ages ago.
And it didn't...
And I couldn't get it to work.
Right.
And I thought this morning, I wonder if we could do this and then...
Okay.
Which we can. So look at it.
The tacky glue pens, 30% of them is allocated.
Look at that, guys.
The pigment and
Look
gel
at how
pens,
you're going to be able to get
10%, and then your metal leaf bundle 10% as well. That's fabulous. I love that. So you just use Spyro.
Yeah, but it's got.
An embossing
I
board
think
tool.
it would look better. I've got better tools than that.
Yes.
But look at how that's going to work.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's going to be a clever little thing
I
to
love
play
that.
with, isn't it?
Right, I need to play with
so,
that.
right, so I'll just get that on. Right, so I've got a few things going on here, haven't I? I need to put my colour on this. So I'm going to do that with my copper. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on.
So this is using those tacky glue pens, right?
Yeah. And paint over your hybrid acrylics. So this is hybrid acrylic with that. This is, you see now, this is showing you where we've got all of our different crafts and need to put a little bit more of the copper. Where is it? I tidied all this up the other day and somebody else has been in it.
Alison Horn said you could put multicolours of foil on the back.
You could.
Yes, you could.
Can you imagine what that's going to look like?
Amazing.
So I'm just pulling this all down to where it needs to be. We'll have that little bit of gold.
You could also take your construction weight acetate and a permanent black pen, couldn't you? trace over the design
Yes.
and then do it that way as well.
Yeah, you could.
There's loads of different. Do you know what I love about what we do here? Because most of us are crafters. Certainly, everybody that's on air is a crafter, and a lot of people behind the scenes as well. But we add one more product in, like construction
And
weight
we
acetate,
just change
and
everything.
It changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that we do that because that's savvy shopping.
Right, I just need this. I'm just going to get rid of some of this. So I'm not done. But look at what happens when you put that gild. If you see, you might have thought, oh, I'm not into gilding. But I tell you what, the more you do stuff like this, the more you are getting into it.
Yes, I love it.
Because look at that rose now. And I haven't even buffed it and tidied it up yet. It needs a little bit more tidying. So I'm just going to go in with a bit stronger brush.
I love that.
Look at this. I love it when we do something and it makes. My glue was just a little bit still tacky.
Yeah.
But and I'll tell you how I can tell, because I've still got, whoops, I've got a bit of pink on there now. Because look, it smudged there, and that didn't smudge. It was, I drew it in a straight line, but it's got a little smudge, and I've got a little smudge over there. But wow,
it's great, that.
It's like it's embossed over the top of it.
It's beautiful.
Right, so now I've got to show you this one. So we've practiced on our whatever. Then you get your palette paper. I don't know how I ever managed without this, because it is absolutely brilliant. So you then need your brushes. Now guys, you can't have enough of these brushes. They are just fabulous. I love the results that you get, and this is my favourite combination of colours of paint that we've got on the show. We've got them back in stock from Cadence, which I'm a bit thrilled about. So I'm putting out just a little bit of each of the colours that I need, and you're going to love the effect that you get on this gold. This is the copper, and look how close I've got these colours, and they're not going to touch each other. They won't bleed into one another. They just stay absolutely brilliant. So just look at that. They're not even going to touch. They'll touch, but they won't bleed.
No.
So we're going to start with the green and the white. So I'm going to go into a double layer. So 2 colours on my brush, and I'm just going to wipe that paint into here. So a little bit more and wipe the paint like this. So we go in again and again, wipe that paint, and I'm going to pick up a tiniest bit of that yellow. So I want it a little bit fresher, and we'll get a bit more of the white. Nice. So we'll go over this one first. So I'm just going to, all I'm doing is letting the edge of the green trace the edge of the design. So I'm literally just wiggling it a little bit up to that edge, and then we'll go through there like that. Then let's do another one. So we'll do this one. So I've got to go round there and then up and wiggle there like that. And if you find it easier, turn your work and then just wiggle it like that. And then let's put that little stem in there. So, and look at this on that copper.
Wow.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then here, this one, so we could just go round like that. If you're an absolute beginner, just go round and trace it.
Yeah.
And then come back here and do the same. And then we'll put a little stem in there. So you don't have to put the wiggles in. I just like doing wiggles. I'm a wiggler.
A wiggler.
So wiggle, go to there. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do that one. This is a little bit of cheating, everybody. a little bit of there. And then what I love is if your brush runs out of paint, because you've got that metallic, it doesn't matter. It actually lets you be a little bit, cheat a little bit. So let's put...
It just looks so opulent, doesn't it?
It just looks... and it's really easy because this is like quite slidey.
Yeah, yeah.
So there, so there. So then I've got a stem here, so we'll put that stem to there. I've got another stem that's there, and I think I can see another little leaf here. But the beauty of this is, if you can't see it, all you do is go back and look at your picture.
Yeah.
So there are leaves. Okay. So then we'll come into here. I'm not going to clean my brush down. I'm going to pick the purple and the white. We'll just get this, a little bit of the pink on the edge. Got a tiny little tint of green in there, but I quite like it. So I'm going to work on the ones that are the back first. So I just need to go onto that one first. Let's get a bit more white and that one. There. Let's look at some more that's at the back. This one's right at the back here, look. We'll wiggle you a bit. And we'll just... So I'm not even using my special technique. I'm literally... And the nice thing about doing it like this is we're going to get that little bit of green that's on this brush distributed through all the different petals. Right, I can see another one that's behind that one there. That one, so it goes up there and then it just comes there. And then where's some more behind? There's one there, look, that one's behind, so we'll just go there. Let's see what else. Where's one? Another one. There's one there, that one. We've got one up there, sort of comes round like that. Then I can see another one here, this one, so that one goes round there and there. Let me just show you what I've done so far, so you can see that. Looks really effective, doesn't it? Then we're going to go again. There's a little bit up there. Where else is the one? There's one there up. That one goes round. It sort of comes round like that. Right, let's get some more colours on our brush then. Right, so we'll get a bit more white. Look at this palette, it just is brilliant. And do you know, cleaning up is so easy with it. Right, there was one there that I've just seen, and there's one there.
Okay, Stephanie, I just need to tell everybody that half of the glue pens are checked out. So if you want the 3 glue pens, which are the best pens, honestly, they're phenomenal. It's Shop Glue. Shop pen. No, shop pen is pigment and gel bundle.
So, and guys, look at it on your acrylic paints, on your hybrids. I love that it works on hybrids. Just got it. And fingers.
Shop Glue. $9.99 will get you 3 of those. They're blinking brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, I love them. And the fact that they'll go on paint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a lot of other glue pens are not as juicy, and they don't go on as many surfaces.
No. Or they don't flow the same.
No.
Do they?
These ones, right. So I've got a bit there, and that one goes round that bit. So look at that now. Then we're going to go again, a bit more pink, a bit more white, pull that chisel edge together. This is why these brushes are so fabulous.
And they're on about one, get one free.
I know.
Shop Brush, $24.99 will get you 2 sets, which is incredible value for money. They say they worked out at 60 what? 4 pence? 63 pence a brush.
Now, if you miss a bit, which I've missed some bits, don't worry about it. Just leave that so that it's missed, because the foil will show through, and that's what looks really good. And then all I'm going to do is get a little bit of that plum on this, because I want this last petal to be a bit darker on the edge. So I'm going to get it a bit darker and a bit whiter. And this one now here, I've got this big one here. So I'm just going to go like this. How cool's that? And I've not used my technique. I've literally used the tracing to be able to do it. So you can go and do all your step-by-steps and all of that. But look at what happens when we now put these together. If I turn it round for you, and you create a panel of these with 4 of them with different designs on. How fabulous is that going to look?
They're gorgeous,
And
aren't they?
it just builds the design up together, so it looks so effective. And then, guys, once you've been practicing doing these, and I'm just going to do it on another colour for you so you can see what it looks like on the silver, because it looks pretty awesome. So make sure you don't go on the acetate side, you go on the painted side.
Okay.
And I'm just going to paint this really quickly for you guys so that you can see it on a different colour. So, but look at how that colour, see this one just completely changes. And look at how I'm wiggling now compared to the last technique where I was just literally tracing. I was making sure that outside edge of my brush was always where I needed it to be, and it literally caught the colour. So it was laying it down, but even when it's still wet and I slide, it's making this work. So look at this, I'm going over it. It's wet and slidey, and it still will let me do my buds, do all the stuff that I want to do, brings the colour out. Look at it. It's the nicest surface to work on.
That is fabulous.
And it takes seconds to go. And some of you now who are doing club are just, your work is stunning. I mean, you look at that on the silver.
Great.
How gorgeous is that? So, and it really feels like it needs another petal here. But that's nature for us, isn't it? And then let's get that purple into this green. So we'll make it a really muted colour. So you literally, I'm picking it up this time because I'm then going to put in...
Oh, look at that. That colour on that leaf just changes everything, doesn't it?
Well,
with having that pink and that purple in it.
What I love about is the reflective finish of it behind it. It just makes it all just seem so... And so look, I've got fluffy edges. So I've got fluffy tails, but they look perfect on here. So if it doesn't matter which metallic leaf you're trying it on, but guys, try this as a technique because the effects that you can get are absolutely fabulous. And then we've only got 7 minutes left. So I've got time to quickly do you a couple of cheat sheets.
Do you want me to recap?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Right, come with me then, because we've got some fabulous deals for you today. This being number 1, this is incredible value for money. So you're going to get the brushes that Stephanie chooses to use for your painting perfection. In the studio, painting perfection brushes, set of 20, $24.99. But today you're getting 2 sets for the same price. So the half price. Basically, you're buying that one, you're not paying a penny for that one. Why would you not? That is remarkable value for money, especially with the quality of these brushes. Shop brush at $24.99. Now if you want all of the cheat sheets as they're known, so volume 1, volume 2 and volume 3, you can have all of those today. Shop what's the code? Sorry, Shop Sheet, that's it. How can I forget that? I've got to say it carefully. Shop Sheet is going to get you all of these different designs plus the rose that Stephanie has just painted for you. How remarkable is this? I love the fact that they're just faded out on the paper, but the other thing that I love is that you can actually cut these out and use them on your card fronts when you've done them. That is exquisite. It looks like you've opened. Do you remember the Edwardian diary?
Yeah.
With all the beautiful botanicals in it. That's what this reminds me of. It looks like we've gone into a book full of botanics and just pick these out. Some of them look like they've been engraved. They've got pointillism on them as well, but how stunning are these? So you're going to get all of these as a digital download, so you can print them when you want them onto the medium that you want them on at any time, because the shop never shuts when you're working with digital. And it's shop sheet, and it's £15 for all of those designs plus your rows. Now, construction acetate, this is what Stephanie's used behind that metal leaf. Shop construction, $11.99 will get you 10 sheets of that. You saw her use the white transfer sheet. Shop white will get you 4 9-inch by 13-inch sheets for $5.99. Shop grey will get you the graphite version of it, same price. Then we've got our copper leaf, shop copper, $24.99 for 100 sheets. Then you've also got your big bundle. Now this for me is the value. So you're getting your 100 gold sheets, your 100 silver, your 100 rose gold, your 24 smaller sheets, so 12 colours, 2 of each, your mop brushes and your detail brushes, and all that lot is shop leaf $34.99. What a great way of using your metal leaf in a different way, isn't it? I love that. Very, very inspirational. And if you want 3 of the glue pens that you can apply your foil on top of your design, so it's kind of spot foiling, you're going to get 3 of them.
They've just gone.
No, they've just gone. You're not going to get any now because they've just gone. If you've got them in your basket, don't forget to check that out. Right, Stephanie, can we give one of these paintings away?
Yeah,
Can
we can
spin
give
the
all
wheel?
these away.
All right, perfect.
Right, so I just show you this. So, Mel, you asked about, could you do that scraper technique onto your paint?
Yeah.
It works if you do it over the foil,
Yes.
but before it's cured. So you've got to do it within a couple of hours, otherwise it won't work. You can't get the paint off. The
Right,
paint's too
got it.
cured and too good.
So you've got to put it down.
Put it down and do it. And if you put
Okay.
it down and do it, and I don't know whether we can see through that. Sam, can you see through that?
What do you need behind it? No, you got
Yeah.
it? You need black. Will black help?
Yep, would that help with the black?
Oh,
But what I would do is I would put that in a frame with nothing behind it.
Yes.
Just framed. Does that?
does that help, Sam? Yeah. It's fab, that, isn't it?
But you have to do it before the paint cures.
Yeah.
Otherwise you just won't be able to get it off.
Right, we have a question.
Right, so.
Question is...
Oh, look, you can see my fingers behind it now.
Gwen asks, what
Look.
brush are you using this morning, please?
I'm using
Painting Perfection.
Painting Perfection. I'm using number 20.
Okay.
I've done it
perfect.
all.
There you go.
There you go. Look, you've got the white now. They've just done a little bit of cross hatching on there so that you can see it. But the thing is, guys, this is like now, so we're learning something and we're learning to paint one design and then look at all the different kinds of things that we can do with it. So you can bring in your foiling, you can do your cross hatching, you can layer it up onto your foil backgrounds. We can make it into, imagine that as a set of 4. That would look absolutely
Beautiful.
stunning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this isn't about you being an expert painter, because the style is so forgiving with the way that you've done it. Also, the other thing is, I'm just going to put this out here. If I did, and how long have I got?
About a minute, because we've got to draw a winner.
Right. So I'm just going to show you this. This will be the quickest cutting out you've ever seen. So.
Love it.
On it.
Oh, dear me.
So-
Lovely work, Steph, says Wendy.
Right, so here we go. Literally, you're going to, who's the winner?
Oh, we haven't drawn one yet. Can we draw a winner, Lewis, please? And the winner is...
Right, guys, so if that was your...
Pat Dyson.
Pat
Pat.
Dyson.
Right, Pat, I'll send you all of these.
You'll be getting a message
But
from us, Pat, so keep an
Look,
eye out for your emails.
if that had been really nicely cut
Yeah.
and then put on, so you can use your cheat sheet
Yes.
to put it on this.
Yeah.
And then don't forget decoupage the elements up as well. So you're going to be able to do loads of stuff. It's about taking one technique and extending it into all your other crafting.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love that.
Me too.
Right, I'm about to go through that wall. David's up next.
David, he's got
Something huge.
It is huge. I've heard it's 23 inches.
23 inches. Me and David next. Chaos may well ensue.
Oh my gosh.
It's a 2-hour show, so we've got loads of time to show you lots of different techniques, but it's very exciting and something that we've never done before.
It is. And can I please ask you to make sure you check out your baskets, because we're getting quite a few customer service emails where people are saying, I got to the checkout and my product has gone. Check them out.
Absolutely. Right, I'm going through the wall. I'll see you in about 4 minutes' time. Go and grab a quick cuppa. See you in a bit. Bye.